Good evening, YouTube. It's Kenny again. I kind of have a mouthful to say today. Just got off work, so I'm a little tired. Have to wake up in a few more hours. But I just thought I'd like to share this important message to you guys. So bear with me. Um, so we know that God, we always hear that God is love. Well, what exactly is the love consisted of? Well, in 2 Thessalonians 3:13 it states that, and for my brothers and sisters, never tire what is good. That's basically saying, hey, we gotta keep doing good because our God is always good, and we're supposed to walk like Jesus, who is God. Therefore, we gotta always be good because we're all created in His image. Therefore, we should treat each other with some dignity despite our sins, just as Jesus, who laid on the cross, dying for you and me and everybody else that exists. We're wretched souls, and God came. He walked this earth, showed us how to live it, and He showed us how to love. Now, go into 1 Corinthians 13:13. It states that there are three things that remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of those is love. So, we look at that faith. It's knowing that God actually exists and that Jesus died for our sins. We have faith that He actually did that for us, and that it's redeemable right now. And the hope that we feel from it is that whenever I die or you die, we know that we're going to heaven and we're going to be with Him, and there will be no pain and suffering there. And the last one's love. See, it takes God's love, which is His entire being, to give us that hope, give us that faith, to put His only begotten Son on this earth to die for us. Romans 13:8 says that, I believe the only debt we owe is loving each other, because the debt of everything else has been paid by Jesus. And, like I said, you recognize that we're all sinners, and we all deserve to go to hell, basically. And I don't like to say it like that because it sounds very crude, but I believe to stop sinning is to point sin out as it is. You are choosing to be away from God every time you sin, because God tells us, this is how you're supposed to live, and anytime you don't do as I say, you are pretty much doing the opposite, which is pure bad and of the devil. So, to find good, you have to walk in God's perfect word, the Bible. Stay heavy in the word, keep praying. The Bible also says, love your Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Because to love somebody, it takes everything from you, and it's hard for us. It's hard to love. But when you really think about it, you find that when you stick to the truth, it gets easier. We try to get our minds and wrap our minds around things that seem so complex. And it is complex. God created a complex world. He is a complex, entity, basically. He's eternal. And our minds don't think eternal. It's limited to this world. And God showed us how to live. And it's hard for us to automatically know that because we have a fallen nature. We sinned. Adam and Eve sinned. But when we trust Him and listen to Him, then we'll walk righteously. And that's not to say that we'll do it perfectly. And that's why Jesus died on the cross. And so, basically, bringing all these verses together, wrapping your mind around that, God is love, and to know God is to know love and His goodness. And when we watch Jesus, He was so good, and He loved us so much, He died for us. So, how can we love people? Well, I think that sometimes we need to make our own sacrifices. And I think the biggest sacrifice is our pride. We're like, hey, I don't have to help him out because, I think what I'm doing is better, and, I don't deserve to help them. I'm better than them. Or, you know, you know that you're doing something that is a sin, and you feel conviction in your heart, yet you still do it. That's pride. You're saying, hey, you know what? I'm doing what I say and I do, and I'm not listening to you. And to basically to sum it up, you gotta know what to do, how to do good, and that's by making a sacrifice. Every time you do something nice for somebody, you sacrifice your time, sometimes your well-being, and just it's usually small stuff, and it's small because it's only limited. Like when we die and go to heaven, time does not exist. Time only exists right now, and it's limited. So use the time right, and use it to love people and be kind to them and do good things, do good deeds, because we don't deserve anything really good because we sin. But we do it because God has forgiven us. And even whenever you see somebody and it's so hard, you got to forgive the past. You got to forgive everything that's happened and humble yourself and make that kind of sacrifice to do good. And it's not easy, but you got it. Stay strong and know that God is the truth. Follow the truth and you will know good. Love him with your heart, soul, and mind. Because when you love him, you will respect and listen to him. You'll read his word, you'll pray, and you will start living better. And it's never easy. It's not always the best, not perfect. You're not perfect because there's only one perfect person, and that was Jesus Christ. And he died for you because he loves you. You guys have a good night. Thank you very much.